D, what's up, man? What's good, kid? What you up to over there?
Shit, trying to figure out some questions to ask you, man.
That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. I thank you though, cause you sound like you definitely got people watching the show. I know you got people debating, watching me, doing all kind of shit.
That's all I can do, man. Try to teach people the right way to see where their teachings go.
No doubt.
I had some questions too, man.
It's all good, man. Whatever come to your mind, B. You ain't gotta force it, man. We could just talk about whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt.
All right. I know you got them questions. Who you listening to? Umar?
Nah, the last person I was listening to was Sebi.
Sebi, yeah.
Trying to get back on my diet.
No doubt. Sebi Vicious, you already know. Nutrition King. Definitely.
Nutrition King, the Herb King.
Yeah, excuse me, the Herb King, that's right, the Herb King, that's right.
Man, how you feel about the death of Sebi and Nip?
Yeah, the murder, the murder, they murdered him, you know what I mean? Because you could be murdered for wisdom, man, for knowing too much, man. For sharing and teaching too much, man. Something as simple as that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you feel about his nutritional diet?
I think it's great. I mean, I listened to another brother, doctor with Africa, and they kind of differ, but you know, it's all natural medicines. That's all herbs are. It's just natural medicines. You know, we use the word herbs or whatever, but all you're talking about is naturality. You're just talking about something off the root. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really talking about. But the fancy word for it will be, you know, herbology or herbs. Yeah, and stuff like that. But you know, you can, zinc and things like that and all that. That's not herbs, but those are still curing medicines.
Minerals.
Right, and things like that. So, you know, herbs is one thing. We're definitely into that, you know.
The other chick, it was a woman I was listening to, Sister Circle. You ever heard of her?
No, never.
She had some nice teachings too.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's a nice little African woman, Kelly Bowen.
Never heard of her.
They're like the people who continue Sebi's legacy.
Oh, okay. Is it his family or anything like that?
Not family, but people he saved.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
I know his granddaughter continuing the legacy. She was definitely distraught about the whole Nipsey thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't actually listen to nobody. To be honest with you, I have my own shamans, teachers and stuff. So I don't. Now, when I say that, meaning, now I don't just sit down and listen to something to nobody. If I'm on, we doing things. You know what I'm saying? I listen to people. You know, if you got somebody on, like you telling me about this new dude. Say we start building, you say listen to him. Now I heard him, but that's how I listen to people. I don't kind of not that I don't.
Just set a stone, just look at.
Not that I don't respect nobody else, information. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so set in solar information that I don't listen to nobody. You got to be like a Buddhist or shaman or Dalai Lama, somebody of that thing for me to even ask you a question. Because I don't think nobody here would even appropriately be able to answer the questions that I would ask. I would ask people right now that's reading the Bible, you using the word heaven. I'm not. Give me the coordinates to heaven. Because your God, Jesus, said I must go and prepare a place. He used a word that represents something physical. So heaven is a physical place. Just give me the coordinates and stop saying heaven. So why would I ask somebody that? And they wouldn't be able to give me the coordinates. You understand what I'm saying? There's nobody that would be able to fill the gap in what I would need filled if...
coordinates to me would be this realm that we live on. This is the physical realm, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So that says it all that I need to know.
Third dimensional realm.
Third dimensional.
Right.
They say fourth dimensional sometimes. I can't really tell. Do you believe in the dimensions?
I'm not a believer. Everybody know that. Of course, the dimensions are no more than time locks, like I said, because the planet is growing things. If you look at a planet and it's growing trees, you can say that planet is treeing. If you look at a planet and it's growing beautiful flowers, you can say that planet is flowering. If you look at a planet and it has people on it and people keep getting born, you can say that planet is peopling. You understand what I'm saying? So with that, you need time to evolve. Anything that's going to grow or be planted, any kind of life, even like plant life, we just keep thinking of human life. But you had to have dimensions before humans, because the plant life had to have a time and evolution, you know what I'm saying, to evolve.
To evolve for us.
Everything that's here, that's going to be life, that's going to be planted or grown, has to have its evolution time. And that's why in their Bible quote, you'll go to one of the gods asking another god, are you going to create a being that's going to cause mischief in this earth? And also, we're not going to be on this planet for the cycle, for another procession. Every procession of an equinox or things like that, there comes times where there's a creating time. Like now, we're in the Aquarian age,
Right.
so-called. This is the age of water. You create in the water. So now you have transvestites. You have men that can go get pussies, women that can go get penis. These are created beings now, new type of created beings. Then you have the dual hormone beings that they're trying to do, men with breast, all of that. So it's time for that because of the procession that we're in. So everything has to have its evolutionary time. So the planet is peopling, and it had to have dimensions because things are growing on the planet, not just human life. Because way before any kind of what we would call human life, life was on the planets in other forms. The planet itself is a living organism.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Living and breathing and contracting.
that.
It's contracting, it's moving from a square to a circle, from a circle to a square. You know what I'm saying? And then that's pressure being put on the planet. So the planet is expanding. So to me, it's square and round, to answer that, you know what I mean?
There's no really truth to that flat earth or circle theory, so I go with that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So anybody, I listen to people. It just got to be in its form. It just got to be,
Now, what's a
I'll
shaman
listen to
that you
people.
listen to?
Who?
A shaman that you would refer to.
That would be private. Your shamans are something that I just use the word shamans.
Connections.
Yeah. I just use it. Hold the camera the way you
My bad.
But yeah, that you would have to be like I put one of my teachers up. He's a Buddhist, he plays chess and stuff like that. So he comes out. So I was able to put him up. You know what I'm saying? So because he comes out. So the shamans you're not gonna find out here. They don't come out. You have to take trips. You have to go to Tibet maybe. Go to certain places, and they're the teachers. They're the gods. They're the solar beings of the planet. They have all the wisdom and enlightenment. You got to sit down with a good Buddhist or a shaman or even some of the Indian Dalai Lamas. Then you'll hear things in the East about healing power. That's the word you're going to hear. Over here in the West, you hear treatment because they're in the business of making money.
Right.
So the hospitals here have contracts to either kill you, after they check all. Because remember, when you go into a hospital, think about taking your car somewhere and they scan your whole car for diagnostics.
Right.
The hospital is scanning you for diagnostics.
Yes,
if you
they do.
come up with a good liver, they have your AIDS and he's got a good liver, they'll kill you to sell that liver because the liver is worth more. So you'll go into the hospital with one thing and they'll say, oh, this happened. This is a trigger effect. Oh, now he got an infection. Oh, now we got to keep him 2 more days. They're killing you there.
It's a cycle.
You understand? People actually have experienced friends, aunts, sisters, brothers going to the hospital and getting worse and then dying. And these people know that if my mother or aunt would have just stayed in this house sick like she been doing, drinking or whatever, she would still be here. Once you get them to a hospital, the first shot they put in them is let me x-ray you. X-rays is a certain percentage of radiation being shot into your body already. So I come to you and I'm shot. You shoot me in the other leg to start working on me. You understand what I'm saying? You give me something else right away before you even start working on me. You give me another injury. So people not looking at it like that, but they believe in their doctors like they believe in their religion. So we hooked on, well, you got insurance? I got insurance. Yeah, you got insured to go to the devil to watch you, take care of you, and kill you. The hospitals have contracts to murder people. So they're into treatment. When I was selling crack, if you made a crack that people didn't have to come back until the next day, why would I want it? I want the crack, you got to come back in 10 minutes. I don't want to cure you. I don't want you to go to no rehab. I'm out of business. Think about that. If a doctor cures you and he have to write you no more prescription, how is he getting paid? So you really think they're in the business of curing or they're in the business of treatment? That's the word you hear here. Cancer treatment. Treatment systems. Chemotherapy is a treatment. We're not curing you. We're treating your disease. And you're going to keep it forever because we're going to treat it forever. Go to the east, you hear healing, you see healing powers when you deal with the Dalai Lamas, the shaman, the masters, the chakras. We get into all of that to heal you, teach you who you are and about your mental, which really governs your body. Hospitals ain't going to tell you your mind power is going to keep you alive.
Right.
They're going to tell you them and their medicine is going to keep you alive. And we got grown people running to the hospital.
You got your faith that supposedly keeps you alive as well.
They don't want to listen to Sebi. They don't want to listen to Dr. Africa. They want to run to the doctor, to the white man, to the European, to be treated. And that's the state religious people is in. You can't take God away from them because then who's treating them? They want to be treated. They don't want the full answer to where's the true God, what's the real information, because then it would hurt too much to let that go. So they treat me. So we don't. What we do, we work with them, and we got parents that's that. We grew up on it. It didn't bother us.
Right.
So we don't get here and push them people aside because they're into a belief system, and we rather know. We rather be alchemists. We still try to wait and see if they hit the frequency. That's it. I can't tell nobody they're wrong, they're dumb. I say this person is off my frequency. Now, me and you can still go eat, chill, boo. But when it comes to the information part of it, to the solar, to the religion, however you want it, we don't click.
Right.
That don't mean you ain't my man. That don't mean you won't die for me. That don't mean we can't go get some money together. So I don't want people to really get into that debating thing. I don't have to. I'm so much of a God. I can greet everybody the same. This person might come to me and love all my information and want to be a part of it. This person might not like my information and think I'm wrong. I'm gonna treat them the same because I'm God. That's what a true solar being does. I have a judgment, yes, but not at this point of nobody. I have to wait for your reactions. What if this person that said they didn't like all my stuff is nicer and kinder in the heart to this person? I turn around and see that person, or he got a record of raping children or doing this or doing that, but he agrees with all my knowledge. That don't make him a good person because he agrees with my knowledge. I don't care if you agree with my knowledge or not, or my enlightenment or not, or my brightness or not. It's not for me to care. It's for me to do my duty, come down and share it. I'm doing my job. Are you doing your job and catching the frequency? Because somebody's been put here to share things with you. And like I told people before, you can line all of the so-called gods or teachers up. None of them, nobody will be able to communicate. Once you hear my voice, I've been told by so many people, yourself, it's just the way that I explain it that you get it right away. People have told me they've been on this one subject for years. They talk to me for 5 minutes.
And got the whole understanding.
And got the whole understanding. And have you had that experience? You understand? So I don't care who they are. If you don't have the skill to communicate it. God made you all the medicine to cure the people. But you got here and you're too rugged. Your teachings are too rough to even, the people don't even like you. You came off wrong. You said the wrong word. You said things that got people off their vibration. I'm not sent to do that. I'm sent for every peasant, bum, whatever you want to call it, rich man. I'm sent to one frequency, to pull that frequency out. And I know the frequencies that I pull out and the ones that I don't, I already know they're not a part of the 144,000 if you want it like that. If you want it like that. But the 144,000, a Christian couldn't even explain. That was another genetical project. How we was going to make the 144,000. Dr. York was doing it. This is why they attacked his land out in Putnam, Atlanta, when he built pyramids, and he had a place called Tamari, Egypt of the West, which is also a fallen angel society. But they was trying to do good for the blacks that was locked in America. So you can go there, be raised under his system, his enlightenment, his wisdom. They had they was down with the UN. It was like an embassy. And in there, what happens is you go in and you and your wife bring your child in, and that child from babies are raised on this information. Never been outside of that land, right? Not them. Those, and they never got high, never had a drug, but not them children. Those two children will mate. Maybe you brought your daughter, or another girl brought her son.
Right.
You all watch them grow up in the knowledge because you brought them there because you're in the knowledge. So the parents is in the frequency, but we already got high. We already robbed and stole. So we bring the children there to be raised that never robbed and stole. So now they're being raised in this atmosphere, never had an education from the white man, don't have nothing of the white man. All he sees is Egyptian stuff. They're not going to be the ones. Your two daughters, your son, your daughter, mate. That child that comes out of that because these beings never got high. See, the reason it can't be us because we already filled with drugs and sin.
Mm-hmm.
The children that stayed here up until they were 18 never been outside of there.
Right.
Then you let them make. That child will be one of the 144,000 because it would be pure. It would be coming from your energy to your son's energy, who was raised from a born here, and now he's so pure. Whenever he go into a woman, she go into him. That baby is dynamic, and that's one of the 144,000. And the government, they don't have birth certificates, social security cards.
Right.
The government can't get in to see those children now. They're going to be too bright. They've never been to McDonald's. They never had coffee. They never had a television in front of their face. Their energy is back to what it's supposed to be.
Correct.
So they attacked Dr. York way back, and that was how there was the 144,000 was going to be created. Many are called, chosen a few. I've been called. I can't tell you I've been chosen. I've been called, definitely. But then again, I can tell you I've been chosen because I do have personal passages to beings and deities that enter me, because there's no way I ain't never learned nothing like that I would know so much, even though I had a great teacher. And was being taught the atomic weights of letters, the atomic numbers of alphabets. I've been on my alchemistry, but it was nobody to share it with because nobody was an alchemist. You know what I mean?
Let me pause this real quick.
All right. I'll see you later, man.
All right, Mouse, you be easy.
I hope that was enough for you. But I really, one thing I do every time you see me, you be telling me you got people watching the show, and I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. All right?
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
APEXXSOLAR1 out.